Hi everybody and welcome back to my backyard once again. Today we have a new drone from Newbeedrone and it's the Stingerbee HD O3, a 3-inch sub 250 grams freestyle drone. Let's open the box and see what's inside. Bags, a cover and the drone down there. There are two sets of props. One is for the drone, one is pair of Gemfan Hurricane 3020s by 3. There is a Newbeedrone branded bag with a couple of zip ties, 3D printed TPU mounts for the O3 camera, a couple of risers for the O3 unit and extra screws. And weirdly enough, I was checking out the drone specs and I received yet another box from Newbeedrone. And there is a lot of stuff inside here, a cap, stickers and candy. This is a spoiler for another review, the Acro B75. So I have tested all of the 2S little O3 Cinewhoops, so I can finally make the comparison. They sent quite a few tattoo batteries and one of them I need for today's review. There are two 450 mAh 2S HV batteries and these are for the Acro B75, a 550 4S battery for the Stingerbee, and a pretty beefy 1700 mAh 6S. This is amazing for 5 or 6 inches. Newbeedrone branded mousepad and a super cool lens cleaning cloth. Finally, it's time to take a look at the drone itself. It is 153mm motor-to-motor dead cat design and like this is 130 grams. Once you put the propellers, and the O3 should be around 175, something like that. I have the Express LRS version and it comes with diversity receivers, but I will remove them because I use the DJI O3 integrated receiver for convenience. Carbon fiber feels super stiff and in fact is 4mm arms. Look how thick they are for a 3-inch. They are two plates, so if you break one arm in the front, you only have to replace half of it. And the same goes at the back, and all the other plates are 1.5mm thick, but I mean it's super resistant in my opinion. It comes with a few 3D printed parts like the antenna holder back here. This battery strap, this is the first time I see a design like this. It's like a big zip tie. I believe you have to loop it through like this. I'm not sure because it requires a lot of force. I believe it goes together like this. You just loop it around the battery. I don't know how to pull it out now. Okay, I did it. You just need to pull it out. I mean, it's doable. I like seeing new things, but maybe a regular battery strap is still the best for me. These TPU protectors at the end of the arms are incredible. They even protect the screws so they don't get rusty when you start sliding and landing. I like them. This is a 3D printed GPS housing with some transparency to it. It's TPU, and I like that this drone comes with a GPS in the right place, so the O3 antenna doesn't interfere with it, and it's a M10Q micro module. It should pick up satellites very fast. I'm gonna test it out later. The position doesn't allow you to put a naked GoPro on top, but this drone is supposed to be flown with a O3 system and it's good enough so you don't need a GoPro. You're not gonna be sub 250 grams anyways with a naked GoPro on top. These shiny motors are Newbeedrone Flow 1404 4000 kV. The flight controller is an Infinity all-in-one 255 f7 45 amps BLL32 ESCs 6S. And the motors are only 4S, so don't use 6S on this drone or you're gonna fry the motors. It also comes already installed with a super sticky battery pad. And before I put the O3 in it and go fly, please remember to like, subscribe and comment on this video. Let me know what do you think about this class of drones. And as always, if you wanna buy something, check out the links down in the description below. You help the channel a lot and probably there will also be a discount. Thank you so much, let's go. And boom, with the O3 in it, it is 176 grams. I also removed the receiver, which was 1-2 grams. It's negligible. And with the recommended 550 milliamps 4S battery, it is 240 grams. So probably you could go 650, 700, maybe 750 if they're light. But you are very close to the 250 grams mark. Let's see how long it takes for the GPS to lock. I thought it was gonna be faster, but this is a totally cold start, first time activating. Finally, we can fly. It's silent for sure. Wow, it is crazy silent. Wow, I can barely hear it. I mean, stealthy stealthy drone. Okay, needs maybe a little bit of expo. As always, let's do the usual punch test. I see a little bit of vibration, but maybe that's not jello, it's only vibration. Comes down very straight. It's also a little bit windy today. And wow. Yeah, I feel at home. If it wasn't for the expo, which I will put later. Yeah, it's also quite powerful, I have to say. I mean, super quick. Wow. It's a small 5-inch, yeah. And it's incredibly silent. I didn't expect it to be this silent. It hangs. Good tune. Wow. The wind moves it a little bit, as you can see. Yeah, now it's especially windy. Wow. We cut the grass a little bit there. Also, this tattoo battery, first time using it. I don't know if the drone is efficient or if the battery is pretty good. It's fun. Wow. And the best part is incredibly silent. And you have also a GPS. This is a very, very good drone for stealthy flying over cities and stuff. Of course, if you start pushing, you can hear it, definitely, but wow. This battery discharges very, very, very linear. You can see, like it doesn't sag. Of course, this is the first cycle I do with it, so it's almost normal. But wow, Tattoo always confirms us very good manufacturer for batteries. You can see now it starts to say battery low sometimes, but of course we are at 14 volts. And wow, it's incredibly linear how it discharges. And we flew for 3 minutes and 30, mostly doing acro. So I have to say I'm impressed with this drone, because of course I expected it to fly nice. Usually these little freestyle ones always fly nice. The tuning is very good, but the thing I like is very, very, very silent. And if you don't push a lot, you can barely hear it. And it's nice having something that feels like a 5-inch, but it doesn't make that much noise. It's also kind of efficient as well. If you don't push, it's gonna last probably 5.5 minutes. If you start pushing, like I did, 3 minutes and a half with a 550 milliamps. And you have still 10 grams to go before you are over 250 grams. So you can squeeze a little bit more juice in it. And now, just to see what happens, I'm gonna fly with 850 milliamps 4S. The drone is 270 grams, so I wish it was a little bit lighter so we could use much bigger batteries. Perfect. We still are at 6 GPS 7, and it's been sitting for a minute. I armed there, so I thought the GPS was gonna be a little bit faster. It's not incredibly bad, but okay, 9. This was a hot start this time. The reception at my house is not the best, even if I am in the middle of the countryside. Even my Mavic takes a little bit of time to find GPSs. So now you can definitely hear it a little bit more because it has the bigger battery. Yeah, it still has a little bit of shake even if I untighten the camera mount a little bit. I don't think it's gonna have jello, but I'm gonna write here if it has. You're gonna see it. I mean, you're gonna see it if it has jello in the stabilized version. It doesn't look like jello, it looks like vibration. It's a lot tamer, especially with the bigger battery and the Expo. I don't know if I'm a fan of it now, like before it was much more snappier. Whoa! I made a mess. Only a little bit dirty. Wow. I am faced the totally wrong direction. Hey, today I forgot to follow the chicken. Is there any chicken around? No. They are already home, I guess. Is that a chicken? Okay, that's a chicken. That's a chicken down there. 2, okay. Lucky. Oh my god. It's punchy. This is my first time flying in angle. Okay. Today the chickens are not running. I don't know why. I'm flying back here and I am on the other side, so I have a little bit of latency. Yeah, but the experience with this drone, I like it a lot. It is smooth, powerful, silent, like I can barely hear it. It's crazy. Super punch. It doesn't have a ton of inertia, of course. It picks up speed immediately though. The power to weight ratio is amazing. Those yaw spins. Yeah, but if you go to a park with this, you're gonna have a ton of fun, and I guess these little drones are amazing for learning acro. I also like how it doesn't deplete the battery immediately. It's super linear. This is another brand of battery from Beta FPV, and I see the same behavior. Like, you see, like, wow, these propellers seems like they are kind of efficient and linear on how they take the amperage. I don't know, I'm not a acro master or anything, so I don't know what to do. Like, I have to keep the drone in one piece for this review, so... Hey! I don't know, I need to learn more moves, maybe put some gates at the house, since it seems like I'm reviewing a lot of drones. I never passed through here, and that's okay, there is a reason why it's full of scraggle. Yeah, I am having a ton of fun with this drone. Wait, yeah, maybe with the low battery it's better not to do this kind of... Oh my god, 12 volts, can I land it? Please, 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 please. And it flew for 5 minutes and 25 seconds with 850 milliamps before I basically destroyed that battery. If you cruise, it's gonna probably do 7 to 8 minutes with that kind of battery. So it's not bad at all, because it still had a lot of punch, a lot of capability. It feels like a 5-inch even more because it has the extra inertia. I like the feeling of this drone a lot. Coming to my final opinion, I like this drone. I don't find many negatives about it, and I mean, it flies amazing, it's well tuned, the frame feels super stiff, it's thick, It's probably gonna be resistant to crashes. It's a very, very, very well-rounded drone where you can use it for freestyle, for learning freestyle in a park. You can use it for filming if you like the O3 high travel. And this is a very compelling option because if I have to do freestyle, it does it. It can dive, it can do whatever you want. Picks up very fast, but also if you cruise, it's a very good mid-range drone, especially with the GPS. So if the situation gets dire, it comes back. And I fly over cities, and I like having a quiet drone that has this kind of mid-range capability. Yeah, I don't find many shortcomings with it, really. The battery strap, I am not a fan of it because you have to fiddle a little bit more than you would with a regular strap. This is super solvable. Just take a battery strap and maybe bolt it down here. And the O3 swivels from 0 degrees up to 45, which is plenty enough for most people. If you need more, that's a con. I like having a GPS on this drone, and it's super tiny and lightweight. It just takes a minute to get the GPS fix. It's not as low as many as I've reviewed, but it's not as fast as the bigger ones, which take 15-20 seconds. This takes 1 minute. It's fine. It's just minor nitpicks I get. The weight of this drone is fine because it's a balance between agility and sturdiness. I just wish companies start making some very lightweight lineups, because I guess like 20 grams less will make a huge difference. You can put a bigger battery and be sub 250 grams, even carry a naked GoPro, which this one probably cannot, because you are over sub 250 and there is no mounting space because you're blocking the GPS up here. And that's pretty much it for the Newbeedrone Stingerbee. I like this drone a lot, and it will go in my backpack for my travels because it's just super capable at sub 250. It reminds me a little bit of the Smart 35 from Gepard C, which is a drone I loved before it got seized. And the only thing I'm gonna change is the battery strap, because I have too many different batteries, and this is not convenient if every time you have to switch size. So yeah, just gonna put a regular battery strap, and that's it. Very recommended, and as always, remember to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Let me know what you think about this drone, and as always, if you wanna buy something and help the channel, remember to click in the description down here, and probably there will also be a discount, because I have this drone pre-release, so I still have to check everything out. Stay safe and happy flying. Bye!